Welcome back to the news at 10. Food and transport prices as well as general cost of living have increased owing to continued fuel scarcity across the country. Petrol is currently selling between 130 naira and 250 naira per litre in most parts of the country. Channels television correspondent Litres takes a look at this biting situation.
Up to this site, a situation that is crippling businesses and putting untold hardship on the people. The situation has dragged on for weeks across the country. Many petrol stations in Kaduna State in the northwest are all closed, while those open sell between 130 to 150 naira per litre, far above government's approved pump price of 87 naira. Black marketers make brisk business with the products they say they struggle also to get, selling at cutthroat prices. Fares have sharply increased as commercial bus drivers readily link the increase to the scarcity and price hike of petrol. The situation isn't different in Ogun State's southwest region of the country. There are unconfirmed claims of some fuel stations hoarding the product to sell at high price for those who can afford it.
The people that own the police station, they have fuel, but they refuse to sell the masses. So sometimes you will see people, they will keep from morning till night. And they'll have it since people will be there since in the morning, and they will start selling for them around 8 o'clock. Before you know, 1 hour and 30 minutes, they will close.
At the NNPC mega station in Felele area of Kogi State, north-central Nigeria, we are told that petrol attendants sell only to buyers with keg at night. Our crew is hindered by some men who claim to be police officers. At this petrol station, the product is sold at 120 naira per litre, but the machine displays 87 naira. As soon as our crew is sighted, they stop sales and shut down. It's evening in Lagos, and the experience is worse. Most buyers struggle for the product at cutthroat prices, just to provide themselves electricity and run their businesses. We gather that the black marketers now sell a 10-litre gallon of the product for 10,000 naira. The cost of living has gone up as residents stay for hours on the queue to get the scarce product.
No light to power our phone, no light to no fuel to go out, no money, no anything. We have the money to buy fuel, nothing to use to do any other thing. We are tired of this country. Government to find solution to it.
We have been on queue. They will ask us to leave with the premises and come and queue outside. We'll come outside, the soldiers will start beating us, they will push us to other places. But they are selling for the soldiers, the uniform men, they will come, they will sell for them, they will ask them to, they will go. But if you come to us, they will not sell for us.
Oil marketers have accused the government of owing subsidy monies still amounting to 200 billion naira, while some have stopped importing the product. But government insists the debt is not up to that amount, but has announced a release of 156 billion naira.
The marketers have told us in plain language that they're not making too much profit. That I don't agree with. Because if, according to the man that came on channels, on Saturday, he said they barely make up to 2 naira, but a profit margin of 4 naira is given to them per litre. 4 naira. He said it, and no proper analysis was given to it. A ship will bring in well over 30 million litres. And if somebody is making 4 naira or even 2 naira, after paying all expenses, paying the bank, paying everybody, and you can have a profit of 2 naira, that's 60 million. If you do that 12 times in a year, I wonder what that guy is looking for.
Will the situation persist till the inauguration of a new government at the center come May 29? That's the burning question on the lips of most Nigerians waiting for an answer. Loretta Chiogo, Channels Television News.
11 people, including an 11-year-old boy kidnapped in Ekiti State a month ago, have been released by their captors. Also among those released are 3 medical doctors, a nurse, as well as 2 lecturers of the Ekiti State University. The victims were kidnapped at different locations within the state. The The traditional ruler of Esure Ekiti says the abducted people were rescued by the local vigilante group in Esure Ekiti. Promacida Nigeria Limited, makers of cowbell and organizers of the Promacida Quill Awards, has again honored some deserving print journalists for good reportage. The 2014-2015 overall winner from the nation's newspaper, Taiwo Alimi, will have the opportunity of being at the Thompson Foundation in the United Kingdom to improve his skills.
Just as the dance drama indicates, the 2014-2015 Promacida Quill Awards is for the third time running, honoring deserving print journalists who've made a difference in their fields of reportage. The managing director of the popular cowbell milk producer, Promacida Nigeria Limited, opens the event with a speech.
Since commencing, if your goal is to deliver quality information to a maximum of people, ours is to deliver affordable quality products nationwide. I was visiting the country this week with part of the team, and I realized once more the importance of the communication of the information in this vast and complex country.
The moment finally comes. The reason for the evening is unveiled. Journalists whose reports got the nod of judges smile to the podium. The overall winner for the day emerges. Taiwo Alimi, a sports reporter from the Nation newspaper, for the first time wins an award outside his jurisdiction. He speaks alongside the chairman of Promacida Nigeria Limited, Keith Richards, outside the hall.
I think for us journalists, we should do more of developmental stories. We should do more of stories that touches life. We should do more of that. Once we do that, I think the true meaning of journalism will come out.
We want journalists to put in their best articles. We want young journalists to come and step up. And the interesting thing is that the winner said today that he'd been a sports journalist for 15 years. And he saw this blind school which empowered him, which he was passionate, and he wrote about it, and it's the first award he won. So that showed if you write with passion and integrity and intelligence, it will raise the level of your game.
The Promacida Quill Awards is a platform dedicated to news reportage on industry, education, corporate social responsibility, and nutrition.
Hello and welcome to Business News. The 2015 annual meetings of the African Development Bank will commence from Monday, May the 25th to Friday the 29th in Abidjan, the capital of Côte d'Ivoire. The meeting will explore the theme of Africa and the new global landscape, with special focus on Africa's approach to three critical global developments in 2015. The new president of the bank is expected to emerge at this meeting. The meeting is also expected to feature the celebration of its 50th anniversary and the welcoming of South Sudan as its 80th member. This is the first time the AFDB would be meeting since the bank returned to its headquarters in Abidjan in 2014. And Lafarge Africa plc, formerly Lafarge Cement Wapco plc, has declared a dividend of 3 naira 60 kobo per share to shareholders and a 34 billion naira profit after tax for this year ended December 2014. At its 56th annual general meeting, shareholders commended the board and management of the company for being consistent in dividend payouts and for successful consolidation exercise. The company also bade farewell to the chairman of the board, Chief Olusegun Osunkeye, CON, who retires as chairman, and welcomed his successor, Mr. Bolaji Balogun.
Having Having successfully completed a consolidation exercise of its operations in Nigeria and a combination of its South Africa operations, Lafarge Africa plc is here to present its financial records to shareholders and the public. The chairman of the company, Chief Olusegun Osunkeye, CON, who retires after this AGM, takes charge of proceedings.
I therefore now declare the meeting open.
The records look good, with a 4% growth in turnover and 16% growth in profit, despite the volatile business environment, much to the delight of shareholders.
Their shares are appreciating at the stock exchange compared to what is going on formally.
The dividend, is higher than last year. Last year we got about 330. And this year 360. That's improvement.
We have basically doubled the turnover in the new Lafarge Africa group. So we are a 200 billion company. We generated 50 billion of cash from existing operation, which is also why we could give a dividend in the range of 16 billion.
The outgoing chairman and his successor are optimistic of the future of the business.
The legacy of the good board and management, good products is what I'm leaving behind. The board is a solid board made up of experienced people who are committed to the progress of the company. They are people of experience and they are people of integrity. Now the management is hardworking management. They have produced the good results we have today. We now have an array of products, so the future is sound.
It will be a responsible business investing in Nigeria and Africa, creating value first and foremost for our shareholders, creating value for the communities in which we serve, creating value ultimately for our customers and all other stakeholders.
We are expanding our business in the south today, in the north, and so we're able to really provide solutions and building products for all the customers in Nigeria.
For the company, the medium to long-term outlook remains positive as it expects the GDP growth to improve in 2015, plus the advantages of having added Lafarge South Africa to the group. Henry Obujimi, Channels Television News.
The Sabmila Brewery in Anambra State, southeast Nigeria, has commissioned its second brew house dedicated to the production of its canned products. The company says in 4 years it has expanded its production capacity from 700 hectoliters in 1 year, with investments now valued at over $207 million. At the formal commissioning of the brew house, the Anambra State Governor Willie Obiano said the company has grown owing to the more secure environment in the state that is now giving room for a vibrant nightlife.
From 700 hectoliters to 2.1 million hectoliters, and also per year, and also to formally flag off the canned segment of this company, to the glory of God.
In the meantime, the Nigerian equities market ended the week in negative territory following 4 days of bearish trade. The all-share index shed 0.49% to close at 34,272.09, with a market capitalization of 11.64 trillion naira. Despite the decline this week, 39 gainers outweighed 32 losers. Percentage-wise, Vitafoam was the worst hit, with a loss of 22.41%, and is followed by RT Briscoe and Dangote Flour. On the other hand, Vonofoam, NEM Insurance and Skybank were the top 3 gainers for the week. At the end of Friday's session, 2.94 billion shares valued at 16.04 billion naira were traded in 21,306 deals. Meanwhile, interbank lending rate ended the week at an average of 8.5% compared to 14.25% last week, as funds from matured treasury bills offset the impact of the central bank's new cash reserves requirement. About 140 billion naira in CRR was recalled from the banking system on Thursday by the Apex Bank. In the meantime, about 191 billion naira in retired treasury bills was repaid, boosting liquidity in the market. Traders say market liquidity was also increased by flows of about 198 billion naira in budgetary allocations to states and local governments during the week. The secured open buyback eased to 8% from 14% last week, while the overnight placement also fell to 9% against 14.5% last week. The central bank's decision to harmonize the cash reserves requirements on public and private sector deposits also impacted on the bond market as it experienced a sell-off this week. Yields on the benchmark debt maturing in 2024 rose to 13.60% yesterday from 13.49% last week. The 2022 paper traded at 13.58% against 13.60%, while the 2016 note rose to 13.82% from 13.72%. Traders say a further sell-off by some investors booking month-end profits and others covering their short positions could push yields on Nigerian bonds higher next week. That's it on Business News. I'm Imana Amawe. Harriet will be back with the rest of the news at 10.
Thank you, Emana. Well, next on the news at 10, quarter-finalists emerge in the 2015 Channels Television Kids Cup competition. That's on Sports News. Please stay with us.